Canelo Alvarez family tree. Meet boxer's wife Fernanda, for kids, boxing brothers, and more. Canelo Alvarez wife, Fernanda Gomez. Canelo Alvarez son, Adiel Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez daughters. Canelo Alvarez dad, Santos Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez mom, Ana Maria Barragan. Canelo Alvarez brothers. Canelo Alvarez sister, Ana Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez ethnicity. Where's Canelo Alvarez from? Canelo Alvarez is one of the biggest stars in boxing, but none of it would have happened without his family. Alvarez comes as one of many men in his family who got into the sport of boxing, so much so that they broke records together. While not all of the Alvarez family succeeded, especially not like Canelo has, some members of the family carved out great careers of their own. While none have risen to the fame as Canelo, the Alvarez family are the support system behind the boxer's success. Here's a breakdown of Canelo Alvarez's entire family. More. Everything to know about Canelo Alvarez's net worth. Canelo Alvarez's wife, Fernanda Gomez. Canelo Alvarez's wife, Fernanda Gomez, was born in Guadalajara, Mexico in 1996. The two met in 2016, but didn't get married until 2021, and they have two daughters together. Besides being Alvarez's wife, Gomez is a model and influencer who has over 1.5 million Instagram followers. She also runs Fernanda Gomez Nail Bar and Amp Boutique, a beauty and skincare company in Guadalajara, Mexico that also sells women's clothing. More. Ranking the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world. Canelo Alvarez's son, Adiel Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had his only son, Saul Adiel Alvarez, with Nadia Sepulveda, who is also a businesswoman. Adiel was born in 2019 and already wants to get into boxing like his dad. He loves boxing, Alvarez said via Marca. He told me, "Hey, when I'm going to fight in Vegas?" I said, "Okay, take it easy. When you grow up and you're 18 years old, maybe you can fight in Vegas. First, you're going to take the first punch, and then let me know if you want to be a boxer or not. More." Ranking the best boxers of the 21st century. Canelo Alvarez daughters. Here's what we know about Canelo Alvarez's daughters. Emily Cinnamon Alvarez. Canelo's oldest child is Emily Cinnamon Alvarez, whom he had with his high school girlfriend, Karen Beltran, in 2005. Emily is an accomplished equestrian, as she has 2 wins in 65 career equestrian starts, per the Federation Equestre Internationale. However, she has also become more known for her personality on the internet as Canelo's daughter, Mia Inner Alvarez. Alvarez's second eldest daughter is Inner Alvarez, whom he had with a model. Of Alvarez's children, Mia Inner is in the spotlight the least. Maria Fernanda Alvarez. Maria Fernanda Alvarez is Canelo's only child with his current wife, Fernanda Gomez. Maria was born in 2017 and is in the middle of her 4 siblings. More. What to know about why Saul Alvarez is called Canelo. Eva Victoria Alvarez. Canelo's youngest child is Eva Victoria Alvarez, who was born in August of 2025. Eva Victoria's mother is Canelo's wife, Fernanda Gomez, making Maria Fernanda his full sibling. Canelo Alvarez's dad, Santos Alvarez. Santos Alvarez was born in Michoacán, Mexico, but moved to Junicatlan, Jalisco after he and his wife had 8 children. It was there where he and his family started selling ice pops and aguas frescas. Initially, he was against his sons getting into boxing, and that was especially the case with Canelo. "I don't want them to hit him," Santos once told his oldest son, Rigoberto, according to ESPN. Now, Santos supports Canelo like the rest of his family, even though he stays out of the spotlight. More. Timeline of Manny Pacquiao's career in politics. Canelo Alvarez's mom, Ana Maria Barragan. Canelo Alvarez's mother, Ana Maria Barragan, was born in Michoacán, Mexico. She had 8 children with her ex-husband, Santos Alvarez, as the two settled into Junicatlan, Jalisco with their family. Ana and Santos divorced when Canelo in 2005, when Canelo was 15. She explained that Canelo was a fighter from a young age. He was very restless as a child, a fighter more than anything else. He liked to fight. He liked to get into fights because he always had adrenaline. He wanted to get into fights to fight and take out his anger, she said via Marca. Now, Berrigan says she is proud of him even though she gets anxious about his fights. I feel very proud of him for so many things he has achieved, and more than anything else for what a good boy he is as a son, as a person, as a human being. I'm very happy to be his mother, she said to more. Everything to know about how boxing is scored. Canelo Alvarez brothers. Here's what we know about Canelo Alvarez's brothers. Rigoberto Alvarez. Rigoberto Alvarez is the eldest brother in the Alvarez family and was the first to get into boxing, but he did so in secret so his father wouldn't find out. Rigoberto turned pro in Mexico at the age of 22 when he moved to Tijuana, but returned home after 2 difficult years. When he returned, Rigoberto brought boxing gear for Canelo, who was 12 at the time, and he laced him up to spar with a friend. That is when Rigoberto discovered Canelo's talent. "Well, your son here is a raw diamond," Rigoberto told his mother via ESPN. He was born to do this. Rigoberto stuck with boxing himself and ended up with a pretty successful career, as he won his first 23 fights and finished 27-4 overall. He was named the WBA interim light middleweight champion in 2010, but lost his final 2 fights before retiring in 2011. Rigoberto has the nickname El Español. Ricardo Alvarez. Ricardo Alvarez, who is the second oldest in the family, is also a boxer who fought his first fight in 2008 and his last in 2014. Ricardo ended his career with a 24-3-3 record, which included at one point holding the WBC Latino Super Lightweight title. Ricardo remains one of the biggest members of Canelo's inner circle. His nickname is Dinamita. "It's been a long 20-year career," he said via the Los Angeles Times. "We've always been united in supporting him. He's become the star of boxing, the face of boxing. We're very proud of him, and he's very proud of what he's achieved and what he still has to achieve. He was born for this. I've always told him he was born for this." More, ranking the 21 most hated sports villains of all time. Ramon Alvarez. The third brother in the Alvarez family is Ramon, who's had a long boxing career so far. After beginning his career in 2008, Ramon has totaled a 29-8 boxing record that includes 3 draws and 1 no contest, which includes winning the WBC United States silver welterweight title and the NABO light middleweight title. Besides Canelo, Ramon is the most successful boxer in his family. His nickname in the family is El Innocent. Gonzalo Alvarez. Gonzalo Alvarez, also known as El Leon, was a professional boxer for a brief period of time in the late 2000s, losing his only fight. Now, Gonzalo has a son, Johansson, who is also getting into boxing as an amateur fighter. "My admiration goes beyond sports. I admire him for the great person that he is, a person who likes to support others," Johansson Alvarez said about Canelo via Boxing Scene. More, ranking the 15 biggest power couples in sports. Daniel Alvarez. Like Gonzalo, Daniel Alvarez fought just 1 fight in his boxing career, which ended in a loss. He was given a nickname El Conde. Victor Alvarez. Victor Alvarez, who was given a nickname El Matador, gave boxing a little more time than a pair of his brothers, fighting in 2 fights instead of just 1. However, he lost both those fights.